Last video, bro. Don't make it on your ass, okay?
Investigation. They say the person that you see on your screen was the last known person to have been driving the victim's car. Officials say he sped away from a traffic stop and ran after crashing the
Don't tell
car.
me he killed someone because of traffic.
Yesterday, the body of 69-year-old William Nicholas Abraham was found. Police say the Baton Rouge therapist died from blunt force trauma before being dumped next to the highway.
On Sunday morning, their brother was found dead in northern Tangipahoa Parish, his body wrapped in a tarp on the side of Highway 51. The family says he was well known in Baton Rouge and used to appear weekly on WBRZ.
Terrion Ishmael Thomas, otherwise known as Mr. Prada, is a TikToker with over 8 million followers across 2 accounts. Allegedly, as of October 1st, 2024, he is the murderer of a 69-year-old therapist, William Nick Abraham. Today, I want to discuss how Terrion might actually be a victim and how his social media depicts his declining mental health.
Wait, what?
Terrion might actually be a victim, William Nick Abraham. Today, he is the murderer of a 69-year-old therapist, William Nick Abraham. Today, I want to discuss how Terrion might actually be a victim and how his social media depicts his declining mental health and even his potentially eerie connection with William.
Nigga, he's not the victim.
Let's begin. So just to start off, we need to talk about when Terrion was born. Terrion was born on February 28th, 2004, which is very important for a point I make later in the video. Now, truth be told, I don't know much about Terrion. I have seen him on my For You page and even stumbled across his YouTube channel, but what I think is very important to highlight right now is how his social media depicts a very, very, very unsettling decline. But before we get into his TikTok, let's talk about the events that transpired. So on September 30th, local news stations
Mr. Prada's wanted a connection with the death of 69-year-old on his own. Okay, found out blunt. He put a blunt in his what?
CBS 4WWL reported that William Abraham was found dead along Highway 51 in Tangipahoa Parish, having died from blunt force trauma. Terrion ended up being linked to the murder after the release of surveillance footage showing a person of interest. Thus, fans noticed a similarity between Terrion and the individual seen in the CCTV images. It's also important to note that William was arrested in 2015 for allegedly molesting one of his 11-year-old patients. Although apparently no charges were filed due to insufficient evidence. That's crazy, but knowing how the internet is the internet, they began connecting the dots between William's 2015 molestation allegations and Terrion, and that's when speculation of him being one of the victims begun. It's also important to note that his body was found wrapped in tarp, which to me, it sounds like this was premeditated. Also, allegedly, Terrion fled the scene and crashed William's car, which is how I think they got the CCTV images, which I'll show right now. I ain't gonna lie.
This is why he's gay.
Like Mr. Prada, like this is looking like him. It's not looking good. And so now let's talk
He
about
was
his
forced to be
connection
gay.
with the therapist. So, like I said, he born in 2004, and the alleged molestation happened in 2015. The timeline adds up. In 2015, Terrion would be 11 years old. So it's possible, and it would make sense, it would add a motive to the murder that Terrion was a former victim of William. Now, this is all alleged. I don't know this. I'm a civilian, man. I don't know this. I'm just putting together dots based off of the information we have. And if you take the fact that he was potentially a victim of William, you combine it with his declining mental health, you get a story that is a mentally ill man who was sexually abused by his therapist who simply went out for justice. And that is also alleged because I don't know this for sure, but that's what it sounds like. So let's just go over a few of his TikToks and just see how his mental health declined. So just to start off on screen right now, I'm scrolling through the TikToks and you can see he goes from full head to no hair. It's very patchy, it's very just off, it's very abrupt. One could say, well, maybe this is for the joke, but just given the nature of it, it just doesn't seem right. And then when you deep dive into his TikToks themselves, you start to see just how shaky his mental health is. For example, the one where he says he's practicing for his mugshot.
No, this is. I actually have to believe everything I see now because I think everything's fake.
Now, at first glance, okay, that's a joke, but looking back at it with the new context, you can see that there was probably some truth to this. It probably shows how this was really premeditated. Although it was from 2023, just based off of the fact that allegedly Terrion wrapped him in a tarp, it seems that this could have potentially been a thought on his head for a while. Now on screen, I'm gonna play a TikTok where it looks like he's actually going a manic episode, and I just want you guys to see for yourselves.
That's when we like, okay, get your motherfucking shit back together, bitch. That's so ain't so motherfucking bad. I can't wait till I get back looking good again. I'll be in the club. I'm pretty than a motherfucker. These hoes looking okay. She think that she fucking with
He's just singing.
Wait, what she said? I don't give a fuck.
So in the clip, you can see he's just taking his glasses on and off, and honestly, it seems like an incoherent ramble. I'm not a professional, but to me, I felt like he was exhibiting signs of something that is clearly the product of a mental disorder. And there's other TikToks of Mr. Prada exhibiting this very concerning behavior.
They got issues. I really got issues.
And in this TikTok, I'm not gonna lie, I just have to let it play out. It's actually 3 clips, but you'll see what I mean.
Don't do anything drastic unless you want to look like this. Life is a prison. Get me the out. Like, I just woke up yesterday. I woke up yesterday. I looked at the ceiling. I said, ah! I got bipolar. I'm bipolar. Yeah. Y'all never seen anybody that's bipolar before? See, I was trying to hide it, but it just slipped out. I was almost perfect. But now I have to start over. I got to start from scratch.
That's all I want to show regarding his TikToks, but I hope I can get the point across that he is genuinely not okay. And the TikToks and the videos have been saying this the entire time. There's actually one more thing I do have to show regarding TikTok, and it's this video that he allegedly reposted and then took down. As you can see on screen, what it's saying is basically Prada killing his therapist, who was known for being a
Wait, why do you wait 10 years though?
who essayed him and groomed him when he was 11. Apparently, Terrion reposted that and then took it down. So I feel like if this is true, that confirms that Terrion did do it for that reason. But I think we just have to view Terrion's story as a cautionary tale. In many ways, he is a victim of mental health. And I feel like if people stepped in and got him the help he needed before he went off the deep end, it would have been an entirely different situation. All we can do really is just pray for better days and hope things turn out all right. That's all I had to say about Terrion. New video soon. I'm kind of on the YouTube grind again. I just want to make good content, and I felt like this was something I do want to speak
W video.
about. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Y'all stay safe.
But Terrion, bro,
Take
come on,
care,
bro. You trip. Real shit.